Hey everyone, and welcome back to Superdrug TV. This is a very special episode as we are celebrating the 10-year anniversary of our very own health and beauty card. That is right, our favourite loyalty card has been sitting in our handbags, earning us those points and treats for over a decade now. Here it is, so we are having a little bit of a party in this week's episode. In honour of this very special birthday, we are talking all things throwback on the show this week. The amazing Tallia Storm is here to chat nostalgia and style. Our resident MUA, Thembi, is back at the Daisy Dares desk. And we've got some very special guests for International Nurses Day too. First, I'm joined in the Superdrug TV studio by an extremely talented musician. She was discovered by the one, the only Elton John, and is absolutely killing it on her socials as well. It's the one, the only Tallia Storm.
Hello,
Hello, darling. How are you doing?
I am so good. I'm even happier to be here.
Good. I guess I'll point out the elephant in the room. You are the first guest to arrive at our party.
I'm obsessed.
Good. I'm loving it. We've got some cakes between us, a little drink as well, some balloons. This is all in celebration because it has been 10 years since the health and beauty card was launched in Superdrug.
Incredible.
Happy birthday. So I guess sticking with the theme of throwing it back to 10 years ago, let's talk hair and beauty and makeup.
Yes.
What was your first introduction to makeup? What was your makeup looking like 10 years ago?
It was crazy because I have literally been in this game for 10 years next year. So I started when I was 13. I'm 22 right now. And I'll never forget my first moment was when I was invited to perform at the Teen Choice Awards after party in LA.
That is so exciting.
They flew us out. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, 13-year-old me, I thought I was on cloud nine. So we fly out, we get there, and I decide to have a moment. And I went with this giant bow on my head. And I swear it's been a good 9 years and I've not topped it yet. So I think I love having fun with hair and beauty. I love expressing myself through my hair. I love putting crazy makeup on. I love having fun with it. Like, yes, it's okay to wear, pretty waves sometime and put on some sleek makeup. But at the same time, I feel like we've got to be like pushing those boundaries, having a bit of fun and just being a bit fearless with it.
I mean, I love the fact that you look back and see that as a positive experience. My makeup and my hair and beauty and makeup at 13 years old, I'm like, no. Let's hide those pictures. Let's untag myself in those Facebook posts.
My favourite part is I often forget about this moment until I go into the bathroom in my mum's house and she's got the picture of me, Bella Thorne and Zendaya. And they were there when I was performing. Bella Thorne performed after me. And I'm there with this giant bow and you can see Bella Thorne and Zendaya like, who is this girl and what are we doing? So every time I go into that bathroom, I'm like, okay, Tallia, we remember 13-year-old you serving,
That's so cute. That is so cute. I love that. You mentioned your mum. I know your mum is an absolute icon. How is she doing? And have you picked up any beauty tips from her along the way?
I would say my mom's my biggest makeup inspiration. Like, even in lockdown, she is get up, dress up, never give up. No matter what's going on in the world, she will have, full face of makeup, red lipstick. She would be the woman picking us up from school in a pair of high heels.
That's so good.
Like, she serves looks. So if there's anyone that inspires me, hands down, with anything that I'm doing, it's my mum.
Let's also talk about your hair as well. You mentioned the bow back when you were 13 years old. I know you're a massive fan of the crimp. Talk to me about the crimp, because this is kind of like an old school. This is like an old school style, but I love that you're bringing it back into 2021 as well. Talk me through your entire hair process.
The crimp is my thing. Like, ever since I was a young girl, I've got naturally really frizzy hair. So at school, I just started to crimp on top of it so that it would essentially hide the frizziness. But it was great because it would literally last a week, which was kind of sensational at school. And it just became a thing. When Elton invited me to open his concert, I obviously went with the crimp, and then it just became my thing, and I loved it. People started knowing me for the crimp, and there's just a big evolution of the crimp, And I think, like I say, my hair really expresses how I'm feeling in that day. So when I'm ready to perform on stage, yes, most likely I'll probably have my big hair. I'll be crimping. I might have a bow. I might have a big crimped ponytail, and I think that's the great thing about hair and beauty. You can constantly reinvent yourself, but at the same time, you can always go back. And I just love that. Sometimes I'll go onto like Instagram and TikTok and I'll see all these young girls like going out and buying crimpers and being like, Tallia Storm, we've crimped her hair. And I'm like, oh my God, I love it. I'm obsessed.
Cool. It's so cool.
The fact that I can inspire young kids, I'm like, oh my goodness. I remember when I was that age, watching Disney Channel and being obsessed with everything I saw on the big screen. So I think if I can just give kids an ounce of this like creativity that I got from these shows, then I'm winning.
That is role reversal right there. You're living the dream, babe. I love it. I love that so much. Let's talk about, because you've spoken about reinventing yourself and how every look can be different and how you have fun with that. Are there any go-to staples, so high street products that you just love that you will always find in the bottom of your makeup bag?
Oh my goodness. So the L'Oreal hairspray.
Ah, okay.
Elnet. Oh my goodness.
Oh, of course, the classic.
That is
Gold tin.
That is my jam. You know,
Okay.
I don't have a handbag without that inside. Incredible. I love a bit of Revlon, lipstick, carry it everywhere. Maybelline, gloss, incredible for gloss. Got to be great if I'm wanting to really style.
Yep.
Especially when I'm playing with like extensions or wigs even. The Got to Be glue hairspray, incredible.
Hair is honestly incredible. I always say, we thank the glam team every single day because I could not do my hair like this without them. Like
I love this pony. This is
not even my hair.
I love it.
We just stick bits in and we have fun, and that's the beauty of it. You can change up your look. We've reminisced a little bit on the past. Let's talk about the future, Tallia.
Yes.
What is coming up for you in the world of music, first of all? Because you are killing it, not only on socials, but in the world of music as well. So what can we expect from you in 2021?
Thank you so much. So I think lockdown really taught me to really find myself in terms of the direction of music I want to go, where I want to go as a person. I think when I turned 21, we literally went into full lockdown. And obviously the pandemic was a whole new norm for all of us. And I feel like I'd set myself so many goals when I turned 21, suddenly having all this space and time to reflect and really find what makes us smile, I think really unlocked a whole new level of songwriting, music, what kind of message I want to give when I'm on these socials. So I loved it. I've got loads of new music coming. I think it's definitely my best yet. And I just want to make people happy. I want to make people dance. I want people to just discover the Tallia Storm sound. And it's definitely a journey. Like my first album, Teenage Tears, I put that out when I was 19. You know, that literally I wrote from 14 to 19. Every single tear that was in my teenage years was that album. So I think with every age, now that I'm 22, it's definitely a little bit sexier, a little bit funner. So I think all is this to come, and definitely be serving more looks and hopefully be able to go out and perform again. Yeah. This is what I have missed the most.
Oh, so much. Did you get to celebrate your 21st or was it in lockdown?
So I got to celebrate my 21st and I'm so grateful for that. I'm very lucky. Yeah, 22 now. Can we believe it?
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you to be back performing. I'm so excited to hear the new music. You are absolutely killing it. Do not stop being you. We love you so much for it. The one, the only Tallia Storm, everyone.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it is that time again. The one, the only Thembi McCandler is back behind the Daisy Dares desk, and we couldn't be happier. Now we have some killer products for you today as we are celebrating 10 years of the health and beauty card here at Superdrug. So we are talking all things throwback. Thembi,
hi.
Give me your knowledge from 10 years ago, because you've been a makeup artist for over 10 years.
Yeah, about 10 years I've been doing makeup now, so I've seen quite a few different changes in the different trends in the makeups that we wear and how we do our makeup, so it's really interesting.
How times have changed.
Yeah.
I cringe looking back
at
what my makeup
was
was
my
like
God.
at like
if I look back 10 years ago.
Oh, 13, 14 years old. No.
Terrible. Thin pencil brows, like barely anything on my face, like maybe blue eyeliner. Yeah, just
there was
not a good look.
Contouring was not even a thing back then. No. It was just, everything was just one colour and it was not the right match.
It was not.
Whatsoever.
No,
talk us through some of these products that you brought along and how we should be using them and how times have changed.
Yeah, what I thought I would talk about is, because we've all seen these TikTok videos of people showing makeup in 2016 versus makeup now and how we do it now. So we have updated things now, and what I think people are tending to go down a little bit more of the natural route with the makeup. So whereas we used to be super glam and we had the really, really heavy brow and the heavy contouring, I think it's softened now and people are more skincare focused and they want the real skin to show through, and we're coming into spring and summer, so you don't want too much on your face anyway.
So babes, what are we going in with first?
Right, so we're going to start with this brand called Nude by Nature. Now I don't know if you've heard of it, it's actually an Australian brand.
I have, weirdly, and I don't know why I've heard about it. Maybe we've spoken about it on Superdrug before. I love the packaging.
It's really nice packaging, isn't it? It looks really, really nice and premium. I love the rose gold. I'm just going to start by talking about this Perfecting Primer. Okay. It's really, really, really nice and smooth, and it's packed full of vitamins. So it's actually got anti-aging properties, it's got brightening properties, and obviously it's going to smooth your skin and create a really nice base for your makeup. So just so you can see that, it just goes on really, really, really nicely. So I'm loving that product.
Is this brand skincare focused exclusively?
Yeah, so it's all natural ingredients. It's all natural ingredients, so it's kind to your skin. It's actually cruelty-free as well, vegan. So it's a great brand to get into. Yeah, really, really nice. What you're holding there, this is the Mineral Foundation.
I'm just looking at this. This as a product is such a throwback to me, but obviously times have changed as to how we use these now. This was like, I remember going into like somewhere like Superdrug when I was young, looking for my first bits of makeup and wanting something for my skin, and everyone's saying, you don't need nothing, you don't need nothing. But my mum allowed me to wear like a powder foundation because it was a lot lighter. And back then they were really, really cakey, but this looks really nice.
Yeah, it is. If you open it and just have a little feel on your hand, it's actually really, really, really fine. And
I see.
It does reflect in the light really nicely. It's got a really, really soft, subtle sheen.
Okay.
This, you know, if you pair this with your primer, a bit of concealer where you need a bit of extra coverage, and then just finish with that, really, really nice, that natural glow that we're looking for at the moment.
Cool, and not too heavy as well. That's really nice. Again, like sticking with that natural trend. I've watched so many videos on TikTok of the 2016
the half face,
now.
and then you realise what we all used to look like with all that makeup on, when it's not necessary. I'm a makeup artist, I love makeup, but sometimes you don't need too much of it. Now, coming on to the next product, still Nude by Nature. Now, anything that is glow, this is their highlighting pen.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, so nice. Have a little look at that
really
colour.
Nice.
The texture of it is really, really nice and soft, really nice and creamy and blendable.
Really cute, like that a lot.
That colour is gorgeous. And you know me, I've said this time and time again, I like anything that's multi-use. So you can put it on your eyes, put it on your cheeks. I just love it anywhere. Put it on your collarbones.
Which is something I feel like has evolved a lot more as well in the past 10 years, is multi-use. And also putting makeup onto your body.
And I love that it's a cream formula, because again, taking it back to what we used to do, it was matte powders everywhere and then really heavy highlighter powders to try and give that look of the, you know, the glow and the radiant skin. Whereas if we keep it cream, it naturally looks that way and you have to put less on.
Yeah.
So it's better.
Great. Love that. Love that so much.
Okay, so next, what I want to show you, I'm really, really excited about this brand being in Superdrug. This is the Inglot, and this is the Mora collection, and this is the Glam and Glow Trio. And the packaging is great. Look, if you just sort of slide it open.
Oh my God, that's so sick.
Magnetic.
Wow. Oh, so it's like completely comes off. That's so sick.
Feel how light it is.
Oh, I like that.
Again, I absolutely love for my personal bag and for my kit. Because, anything that's nice and light and easy to carry, I am here for.
That's so cool. I'm really into that. I've never seen another brand do this before. And it also, I feel like it stops it from getting too dirty.
Yeah,
my
exactly.
Palettes get so filthy.
Yeah, really easy to wipe clean. And I love the colours.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard of this Inglot before.
It's one of my favourite brands.
And they've just launched in Superdrug.
Yeah, it's coming into Superdrug with the Mora collection, which is great.
Very nice.
And another product from the Inglot. Now, remember, in a couple of the other Daisy Dares when I've been on with you, we've spoke about changing products into other things. So like taking your eyeshadow, making it into a liner.
Yeah.
Well, from this Inglot Mora collection is the Duraline. This is something that you have to have. I carry this in my kit. I couldn't live without it, because you can take any eyeshadow, any glitter, any pigment, and you basically make it into an eyeliner.
Oh, wow, this is sick. So this is the specific, because I know you can do it with water, but this is a specific product targeted for that.
Specifically for that. And it makes it really, really long lasting, waterproof. It's brilliant.
Oh, so it is literally like a really thin formula. That's really cool.
And you just put a couple of drops, so you don't need a lot of it at all. You press that and it's like a pipette, and then you just put like a drop and get the consistency that you want. It's really, really, really good. And you know, when your eyeliner, like your gel eyeliners go a little bit dry, just put a little bit of that in there and it revives them and brings them back to life, so you don't have to chuck them out and get a new one.
Amazing. Another multi-use one. I've actually never seen another brand
that do something like that. No, they're very rare.
That's cool.
Yeah, they're very
really
rare.
Cool.
So I know we're talking about all of our natural makeup and our nude tones and nude colours, but something that hasn't changed over the years, and I don't think it ever will, is a pop of colour on the lips.
Yes, love that.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about the All Tigers matte liquid lipstick.
So although we are still sticking with the colour, I feel like matte lipsticks and lipsticks in like a liquid form, or like what to me looks like a lip gloss, like ordinarily. This seems to be something that's come about in the last 10 years as well,
definitely,
which is really cool.
Yeah, they're definitely a newer, not new, but newer to the market in these formulas. Because I think over time, what happens is we get new technologies and new formulas come into play. And again, nice and long wearing, nice and low maintenance. So it's just what you want, really, isn't it?
Weirdly, when they're in like a liquid lipstick form, I'm less scared of them. I don't know why. I'm usually someone that's quite scared to put a bright lip on in a lipstick, a traditional lipstick form. But when it's in a liquid lipstick, I'm more likely to play about.
Maybe you feel like you've got a bit more control.
Yeah, I think so.
With the applicator. And
a little bit more precision as well.
Yeah, that's it. And because we know they're tried and tested now, we know that they do last. Yeah. And we don't need to worry about going to the toilet all the time, topping it up. Yeah. You know, if anything's too sheeny and it's bright, it's high maintenance, isn't it? Whereas if it's matte, It's nice and low maintenance, so you don't need to worry about it. Just pop it on.
Amazing. That has been so nice to take a trip down memory lane almost and to see
Yeah,
how far we've come.
Bring it into the now.
And last but not least, what is this that you brought along for us?
We're celebrating. It's birthday. It's happy 10 years of the health and beauty card.
Yes.
So I thought we'd do a little bit of a celebration.
Oh, this is cute. This is very, very messy, but very cute.
Let's do it.
How do I do this?
Right, just take the top off.
Oh, I see.
There we go.
Oh,
Are you ready? And then we're just going to push the top.
1. Woo! Happy 10 years. How's the beauty card? Thembi, thank you so much,
No worries,
babe.
thanks
Always
for having me
enjoy.
again.
Always a pleasure. We're interrupting our party airways to talk about our Doing Good Feels Super campaign. I got the pleasure to speak to Kesang a couple of weeks ago. Now, I am lucky enough to be joined in the studio by one of Foundation FM's presenters, the co-founder of Trippin World, a modern purposeful travel platform. And as an added bonus, she is part of our Doing Good Feels Super campaign. It's Kesang. Hello, darling.
Hey, babe. How are you?
I love that we're double deniming. This is so cool. Yes, twinning. I'm not too bad. Are you good?
I'm not too bad either. It's like
Wonderful.
nice to come join you here.
Oh my God, it's so nice to see people in person. We say this at the start of every single interview, but we are so thankful for the little things in life now. Thank you so much for being here. And also thank you so much for being a part of our campaign as well. Why is this so important to you? Because this is all a massive push for sustainability.
Yeah, I feel like sustainability, especially after the year we just had and like the ever-changing like climate and landscape, it's just something that we've all kind of gone through. And like, I don't know about you, but I get like climate anxiety just about the world and where we're going. So for me, like sustainability is just a mindset and a way of life.
Yeah, there's tiny little things that we can all be doing every single day that will make a huge, huge impact. So this is sort of what the campaign is about. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Pleasure.
Superdrug have also merged with Foundation FM as well, which I know you're involved in. Talk a little bit about your role on Foundation FM.
So me and my friend Jess, we got a show called The Mile High Club on Foundation. It was so important, like the minute like Foundation like started up, honestly, the fact that they represent just like female voices, especially in London, where you'd actually think there'd be more female like leadership in like radio and stuff, and there's like nothing. So Foundation's really like cut through like, honestly, a sea of beige alternatives in my eyes, because I just want to like have women that can share their like selections as much as men, and I think that's super, super important. So like,
talk me through about Trippin as well, Trippin World, which you are the co-founder of. This is exciting.
So Trippin is like the new voice of like today's creative traveler. It's basically there, like me and my co-founder started it because we just felt the travel industry wasn't representing the type of travel we wanted to do, which was diving like into the like kind of like cultural like underbelly of a destination and really like living like a local, but also doing it in a responsible and sustainable way. And so we started up Trippin, like we're powered by our community, which now spans over 100 destinations all around the globe. You can like go onto the website and basically find guides from locals that will just show you the best like kind of travel experiences. So check it out when you next go traveling, it's the best.
That is amazing. It's so amazing. And I guess this is a perfect time for us to welcome something like this into our lives as things are opening up, as people are so excited to get out there.
I've been itching to travel, babe.
Oh, haven't we? Oh, I know so many people are sort of looking at flights every single day, just looking to pack their suitcase. What are some things for us to look out for, and how are some ways that we can make sure we're traveling more sustainably?
So unfortunately, when you catch a flight, it's probably the single most worst thing you could do to harm the planet, because the CO2 emissions are mad. So we always try to say at Trippin that we don't want to like stop you from getting flights, because travel is so important for so many other reasons. And it like really helps you get that global cultural understanding of the world. And I think at a time like this, we need to be more together. But I would say that with travel, like it's more about your mindset. It's like, if you're gonna go catch a flight, don't try and do like a weekend break. Try and do like a long trip where you can really immerse yourself and like try to support the local economy as well. Because sustainability is not just eco, it's more like also the local economy and the communities. And it's the social, cultural interactions as well when it comes down to travel. So.
And tell us about your appearance on Foundation FM's Doing Good Feels Super brunch show with Superdrug.
So it's actually so nice to be back in the radio station booth. Like we got interviewed by one of our friends called Kennedy. She was so lovely. And it was just nice to be back on the airwaves and just with like in the Foundation like space. I've missed it. It's been about a year.
So Superdrug at the minute are working towards making sure that all of their own brand packaging is either reusable, recyclable or compostable as well. What little switchovers have you done with the things that you are putting in your beauty bag to make sure that you're more sustainable?
So it was super hard, but I finally cut off face wipes. I've replaced that with like a small little travel-sized face wash bottle, and I just take that around with me with a little flannel wherever I need it. And then, I'm a big coffee drinker. So I've actually been using like my coffee grinding beans and been making like body scrubs and stuff.
I love a coffee body scrub.
It's
this
so
is
good.
me.
So good. Like me and my flatmate have been doing that and just been like using different essential oils for the face and for the body. So like we've literally got them like stacked up in jars like all around the house and given them out as presents. But it's quite cute actually.
Kesang, did you find that it was hard to start making sustainable swaps?
Do you know what? It's interesting you say that because with travel, it was just like a no-brainer. But for other industries where I'm not like fully like clued up, it took a little bit of time. I needed to like do the research. There's a lot of like greenwashing out there. So how do you know what's true and stuff? So yeah, it did take a little bit of a time, but I think it's just all about adjusting and chatting to your friends about it as well.
Kesang, thank you so much for joining us on this week's episode of Superdrug TV.
Thanks for having me.
We are not only celebrating the health and beauty card this week on Superdrug TV, it's also International Nurses Day as well. And over the past year, we've been reminded what a vital and integral part they play in keeping us healthy and happy. So we've got Superdrug's very own Tracy and Marie Curie's Sally to help us celebrate.
Hello everyone, my name is Sally and I've been a nurse for nearly 48 years.
Hi, I'm Tracy. I've been a nurse for 30 years, qualified when I was 21.
I started my nursing training back in 1973, which sounds like the dark ages now.
Worked mainly in general practice, so in GP surgeries, but worked for Superdrug for the last almost 4 years.
And I've been a Marie Curie nurse for over 30 years. The best thing about being a nurse is the fact that every day is different. You never quite know what each day is going to bring. It normally brings a really lovely sense of job satisfaction.
To be honest, although nursing does have lots of challenges, I love my job so much that I just take it all in my stride, and it makes it all worthwhile. Time is a big thing with nursing, often not getting enough time to spend with people, but with Superdrug we're really lucky and we do get good time with patients.
Well, as I was saying, you never quite know what you're going to, so the most challenging thing is, as I'm a Marie Curie nurse and I visit people in their own homes, it's often actually finding the home in the first place and then opening the front door, and you never quite know what you're going to go into, so I think that is the most challenging thing.
Over the last year it's been really unusual being a nurse. Totally out of our comfort zones, most of us, taken from our normal roles to different types of nursing. With Superdrug, we were, sent out to pharmacies and depots. We did all sorts of different things. We worked with NHSBT on the plasma trials, so we weren't just kind of based in our clinic. So more recently, we've done the COVID vaccinations as well. So lots and lots of different things that, as I say, take you out of your comfort zone.
Well, obviously over the last year, it's been a very different experience. At first, when the pandemic hit, obviously there was the scare over not enough PPE. There was a lot of scary things going on in the media, but we just had to carry on. And so it has been difficult, but it's obviously getting a little bit easier now. International Nurses Day 2021 is particularly important to me because we've had such an incredibly different year this year with the pandemic. I think it's very important that nurses are recognised for all the incredible work they have been doing this year, how we've been very much in the front line. I think the whole nursing career structure has been highlighted in the pandemic, and I feel that nurses have been respected even more than normal. So yes, a very important year for us.
International Nurses Day is important so that everybody recognises us as a group of professionals. I think we're not always seen as professionals, but we are, and we deserve to be recognised.
Happy International Nurses Day.
Happy International Nurses Day.
And that is all we've got time for on this week's episode of Superdrug TV. Thank you so much for being with us to celebrate. We'll be back next week, but don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. See you next time, guys.